Good?
Don't you know that D-Herb crossed and fall? O6, S-O-S, S-O-S. Don't you know that D-Herb's name is my man? Number 6, number 6. Don't you know that D-Herb will always hold us down? P-P-S, P-P-S. And the world, we crush our listen. Here comes the
So I think the difference in black fraternities is that it's more visible, it's out in the open. Black fraternities don't have the luxury of fraternity row, where it's done behind closed doors in secret. It's done traditionally and historically in public, where it can be seen. And it's a show me kind of situation. It's some fraternities think it's a marketing strategy.
Even the black expression, the year is 2008. The chapter state is I. It's about as real as it can be.
At the same time, you don't want to like give the fraternity a bad name, like, so you don't want to be a shirt wearer. Like me, becoming Greek, you know, one of the biggest things, especially with male Greek, is become Greek. You get more girls, you get more status. You know, some kids might think you're tougher now that you're Greek and you have a gang of friends or whatever. I think, well, that's commercial, you know. Like, if you can get girls before you became Greek, then you can get girls afterwards. Most cases, the girls even forget you're Greek because, you know, you're just you know.
Phi Beta Sigma fraternity was founded on the campus of Howard University, January 9th, 1914.
Our brothers Langston A. Taylor, Leonard F. Morris, and Charles I. Brown. They had three ideals that they wanted to incorporate into the fraternity, and that was the ideals of brotherhood, scholarship, and service. I think they wanted a distinct new fraternity, a new image, a fraternity that would be bound together to carry out the ideals.
No, a B-H-I, a B-E-T-A, a S-I-G-M-A, Phi Beta Sigma,
I became a Sigma because I believed in a lot of the ideals that they set forth, and it wasn't even, but before that, it was just coming onto campus and watching how the Sigmas on the yard held themselves and how they interacted with the campus and the things that they were doing and how they approached life in general. And I admired that, and once I found out what kind of organization they were a part of, that's when I became more interested and I wanted to become a Sigma.
not like all the others, always with one another.
Evidently, he was a genius as far as I'm concerned, but he was a professor, one of the few black professors in the Maxwell School of Citizenship here. I don't think they have a professor in that school right now. He was a graduate of Harvard, and he graduated in the top of his class, magna cum laude or whatever, and he came to Syracuse. He only taught here for 2 years, and he decided to get us all together.
I first came to Syracuse in 1977 and wanted to affiliate myself with the brothers at Syracuse University. So I went up on campus and introduced myself to this lovely young lady and inquired about the brothers on campus. She had told me then that there were Sigmas on campus and pointed me to the direction of Robert Watson. So I knocked on Brother Watson's door and introduced myself.
Let's make this good. Let's make We're gonna take what they did. Hey, man. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
When I came in, the chapter was in great standing in terms of numbers. We were, it was a vibrant chapter. There was about 13 after I crossed. And so if there's one thing I could say about Theta Xi, it's stability. We were always on this campus, since 1975. We always have the numbers, we always have the programming, the events. And that's one thing I'm really proud of about this chapter. So, I've definitely seen it grow. Seeing like Tony and John, they've just grown into like leaders in terms of like with the administration. You see Gene on the come up. It's crazy out here. So I mean I'm definitely proud of that.
Like it's just been we feel that we've come a long way as a fraternity. From first numbers wise, we went from 2-3 members now consistently around 7, 8 to 10 members. And we do a lot on campus. We do a lot of community service. We do a lot of community service for SU and community service for the city of Syracuse. Do a lot of throw a lot of events, not just parties, but a lot of educational forums and workshops.
We just changed the game up. We pretty much made a blueprint for every other fraternity to follow, because people did start following what we did. We set an example for every other Greek organization on campus. We work with fraternities outside of our council, the community service we did, the philanthropies we did, the events we were throwing, how we threw our events, how we interacted with people on campus. Basically was a blueprint for every other Greek organization on campus, and they pretty much followed suit after that. Before us, people weren't working with white fraternities, people weren't working with Asian sororities, but we set the bar higher, so people had to match that.
Jamal Rodney, Imani Bozie, Chris Jackson. Bozeman Saturday. Spring 2003, the earth shook.
I mean, it goes back to the fall 2005 because, people like to talk a lot about spring 2003. Nobody really mentioned spring 2004.
The earth shook.
A little bit. Minute.
It seems absurd for any major leaguer to talk seriously about breaking the home run records of Roger Maris or Barry Bonds. But Ryan Howard, heading into just his third year in the bigs, is hardly just any major leaguer.
Oh my gosh, how far is it going? Well hit to the opposite field, out of here! Number 58 for the big man.
The Trotters reinvented themselves, not only as entertainers clobbering hapless patsies, but also as a squad with real skills, like going overseas or playing college all-star teams.
We still get a chance to play the best college seniors during the Final Four weekend, and we're looking forward to playing more games against international teams. People who think that we're just a bunch of funny guys running around on a basketball court and that's all we are, you're wrong.
Back at Holcomb Rucker Memorial Playground, New York blowing out Chicago 115-84 to win the National Summer Basketball Championship. And right now, Cheryl Miller is standing by with the coach and his star player.
All right, Coach. Hey, I'll tell you, Conrad McRae, fantastic game. What's next for you?
Right now, I just have to look at my options. I came from rookie free agent camp with Minnesota Timberwolves. Right now, I'm just finished working out here in New York City, finishing out the summer leagues, and keep working on my moves and my offensive and defensive game, and look at my options in terms of going overseas, maybe to France or Greece.
I tell you, your defensive game was absolutely brilliant. You had about 7 or 8 blocks. You were absolutely dominating on the inside. Where would you like to see yourself improve? I mean, you were yoking out there today.
Well, I'm just trying to represent New York, playing with these guys during the rest of my frat brothers. Phi Beta Sigma, this is the way we play out here in New York City. As a crowd, I'll let you know that.
All righty. Hey, congratulations, both of you. Let's go back to Mark Jones.
All right, Cheryl. David Stern, are you listening? Alex Middleton says that he wants the Vancouver franchise for this New York crew, and the way they played today, they might just fit. The final score, 115-84. And it's time for the coach, Alex Middleton, to light up the cigar and start counting some of that $20,000 in cash that his team will take home. They are the champions of the year. Dick, some final thoughts from you.
Well, I thought they did a great job. Guard play. Stevie Burt was sensational. He'd be my choice as the MVP. Conrad McRae certainly looks like a much better player than I had watched on a collegiate level. He's very quick, agile, blocking shots, and we'll have a chance certainly to play at the NBA level if he does well in training camp. But they played well as a team, as a unit. Sensational guard play, good defense, and it's been all New York, baby. And Mr. Middleton made like Red Auerbach, and he lit the cigar thinking about the gold trophy.
From Rucker Park, for Cheryl Miller and Dick Vitale, I'm Mark Jones saying so long, everybody.
That's what it is. Big shot to the homie game, man. Big shot to everybody on the West Coast, man. Maestro.
What's good, baby?
That was one of my best shows right there.
Okay.
Game, talked about everything. The controversy, talked about his album, talked about Dre. It's a good show.
Game is beefing with a lot of people right now, man.
That One Blood record, you heard the remix to One Blood?
Oh, yeah, that's quick.
I always wanted to pledge since I was young, and had come across a lot of different brothers as I grew up in my lifetime. Alphas, Omegas, a lot of my family are Q dogs. But at the point where it mattered, and the age where it mattered, to me, I guess it matters differently for everybody. When and why they pledged, but the point that it really mattered, the people that looked out for me and the people that displayed true brotherhood to me were Sigmas. And as I started to learn more and more about what Sigma meant, it seemed like it represented ideals that I was raised on, ideals that I tried at least to live my life by. So I knew that Sigma was for me and that it was something that I wanted to be down with.
I was looking to learn more about my history, learn more about what life had to offer. And even though I was at Tuskegee Institute, that was a predominantly black institution, just being there watching the leaders who were black males as well as black women, but males predominantly at that particular time in leadership roles. So that was one of the things that I admired. At that time, our president was not a Sigma, but there were other gentlemen who were in leadership positions that were Sigmas. So that helped me decide to join the fraternity.
Before becoming a part of this organization, as an outsider looking in, I saw a lot of dedication among the brothers towards the frat, as well as a lot of respect and love among the brothers. Now, as a part of the organization, I can say what I've seen as an outsider was only a small part of Phi Beta Sigma.
Oh! There's plenty of light, new day is dawning, sunny and bright, whoa. But after I've been dredging all night, whoa, the sun is cold and the new day seems old. I wanna be a Sigma, I wanna be a Sigma, oh, I wanna be a Sigma. I want to be a Sigma.
Well, it's been a great pleasure and a great thrill just to be a part of both the undergraduate and the graduate chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity here in Syracuse. The undergraduate chapter has grown. It has indoctrinated a lot of young black men who have a lot on the ball, who are educated, who possess a lot of ambition and desire to not only seek out their goals in life, but also to accomplish the goals of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Being exposed to the fraternity at two totally different campuses, at Cornell and here now that I'm living in Syracuse. And I have to say that the relationship amongst the brothers, the problems that they face, the ideas that they come up with, the events that they put on are one and the same. You know, you would think that it would be diverse from campus to campus, but I'd have to say that the brothers in Sigma that I've seen and been exposed to stick to the ideals of the fraternity.
We're called the People's Fraternity, and we geared more so toward the concerns of others, more so than ourselves, like our brothers. I care a great deal about my brothers. I put my brother's life ahead of mine. You know what I'm saying? And you just have that feeling for others as well. And it's just there. It's something that's in the heart.
Every person brings a different aspect of their lives into Sigma, and that's what makes the fraternity so great.
You know what I mean? Like, I haven't experienced a brotherhood like Sigma. So if that's what you're looking for, you know, then this is definitely an organization, not to mention we fly. You know, you gotta add that, man. We, you know, pretty boys or not, we fly. We rule the yard. Bottom line.
In layman terms, you're bringing great Sigma into the organization right here. I mean, I'm not arrogant or anything. I just think I'm a great addition. I mean, who else gives everybody a reality check?